I'm Chelsea Handler, and I'm a badass. So today I'm taking the InStyle Badass Questionnaire. Let's get down to business. The story behind this Instagram photo with Harry Styles is that we were vacationing with the Azov family in Palm Desert, and somebody gave me a bikini bottom that said Harry on the back of it. So at first I put the bikini bottom on, which took a hot minute. And then I jumped behind Harry on the sofa and stuck my butt into the frame of the camera, and somebody snapped a picture. It's like any other holiday. The funniest non-comedian celebrity I know is Harry Styles is pretty funny. I mean, he's not the funniest, but he's okay funny. Pick your favorite book from these photos. Letting go. My favorite curse word is one thing I learned from doing quaaludes at Jane Fonda's house was don't do quaaludes. They're from the 70s for a reason. One good habit I picked up during quarantine was not to do quaaludes. A badass woman is Viola Davis. Is it true that Harry Styles has 4 nipples? I don't know how many nipples he has, but I would actually conjecture that he has more than 4. Early riser. Indica. I love to get into bed with an edible and just drift off into happy land. Live comedy or live studio audience? Live studio, live comedy. Skiing. Well, because she's a woman, I'm gonna choose her, Bernice. But that's not true, I love Bert more. Instagram. Influencers in the Wild is my new favorite Instagram handle. People look like real jackasses on there. You wanna take a look. Raya. Pandemic dating has been interesting for me. I have COVID tests at my house, so I administer them as soon as my potential candidate gets to my house. Then I interview him in the backyard during the 20 minutes it takes to run the diagnostics on the test. And if I don't like something he says, I come back and tell him he's positive. The secret to taking a good nude is not taking yourself too seriously. The first thing I splurged on after I got my first paycheck from girls behaving badly, I think I probably paid off my credit card debt. That was my big splurge because I was racking it up high. So I would say credit card debt. That's not really a splurge, but at least I didn't file bankruptcy. The biggest fashion trend from when I was growing up in Jersey was Cavaricci jeans, where you would roll them on the bottom and you looked like an Italian, like a Guido. And you would roll them on the bottom and then tighten them. So it looked like 2 cigarettes were stuffed into your jeans. It was a hot mess of a look. The first thing I do in the morning is brush my teeth, always. The last thing I do at night is also brush my teeth. I feel most confident when I wear a dress. If I could go back in history to one decade for their fashion choices, it would be the 70s for schnizzle. A beauty tip I learned from being a pageant queen was cool it on the makeup. One thing I didn't expect from getting a marijuana facial was to sleep for 3 days. Thank you. True or false? I am a 5-time best-selling author. That's false. I'm a 6-time best-selling author, I think.
Your latest book?
Life Will Be the Death of Me. I was a Playboy centerfold. That's false. I was on the cover of Playboy, but I wasn't nude because I saved that for my own Instagram. Thank you very much. I've kissed Richard Simmons on the lips. That could also be true or false. I have no idea. So I'm gonna say true on that one. Before I go on stage, I sit and I try and calm my breathing. After every show, I either smoke a joint or have a cocktail. The writing process for my latest special, Evolution, was the most focused I've ever been on a writing project or stand-up special. Performing stand-up for a socially distanced audience was challenging. 3 badass female comedians that inspire me are Sarah Silverman, Amy Schumer, and Ali Wong. The key to being a great boss is, I'm not a great boss. I mean, I think the key is to really pay attention to what is going on, you know, in your company or your organization and spend quality time with each individual that works for you. that is why I'm not a boss, because I don't have the patience for that. So that's the key to a good boss. Oh, also be generous. That's something that's very easy to do. Be generous. That's a good key to being a good boss. My biggest takeaway from Hello Privilege, it's me, Chelsea, was that we are never fully cooked in terms of learning, and that we always have room to grow and to learn and to accept more than we already are. The best environment for writing new material is on a beach, I think, somewhere. Something I learned from Demi Lovato when they were a guest on my podcast was the idea that tough love doesn't necessarily work for everyone. My best piece of advice to women wanting to start a career in comedy is to live dangerously and be fearless. Try it. The weirdest gift or message I've ever received from a fan was mostly oversized paintings of my dogs. I have a lot in storage. What's your secret to being a badass woman in a male-dominated industry? Always supporting and helping other women. That'll always help us all succeed together. What a fun day at school. Thank you guys for this opportunity. Thank you, InStyle. If you had as much fun as I did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. And I think that's a wrap for us today. Adios.